Here, standing 6'7", number 2, Larry Johnson. The head coach of the Knicks is Jeff Van Gundy, assisted by Greg Rittenham.
This one, of course, happening in Milwaukee back in December when Patrick Ewing went down. But kind of a harsh statement, perhaps, considering they played a good team very well. And our producer, Frank DeGrace, asked Jeff Van Gundy if indeed it was the second most disappointing loss.
If you would have said that you lost to Utah in double overtime, you know, many people would be upbeat about that, but it was how we lost. We felt that we beat ourselves going down the stretch. You know, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and 3 turnovers in the last 4.5 minutes of regulation. And so, you know, you just don't have a good feeling coming out of that. You know, to play as well as we did to get ahead and then not finish the game left a bitter taste in our mouths.
Larry Johnson, Starks off the dribble. That's a two-pointer. John Starks nails his first shot.
You see, Mike, unlike many others
with the early lead. Houston guarded by Marshall right now. Finding Larry Johnson wide open. Excellent vision there. Starks is on Jackson. Weatherspoon on the turnaround. Dampier keeps it alive. Eric Dampier. He's the one that came over in the trade for Chris Mullin. And Dampier putting together some nice moments in the early going. Starks the hard drive, draws the foul, shot won't go. It goes well, here come the Knicks the other way.
I think he's a challenge player too, Mike. He loves challenges.
Here's a three. It's good. John Starks from downtown. He's got 7 points already. And the Knicks lead it 9-6.
Oakley with the job on 6'11" Dampier, who's got the ball down low now.
Ward with the steal on the double team. Starks, another quick shot. It's good. Back-to-back threes for Starks. And the Knicks lead it 12-6.
You know, these teams only see each other twice a year. And if you're not up on what's going on with John Starks' game, he's going to do that to you. He's looking for the quick release.
10 points in 2.5 minutes. Jim Jackson. Dampier underneath. Ward got a piece of it. Weatherspoon the offensive rebound. The putback is good.
Offensive rebounding must be held in check by the Knicks. This is a good offensive rebounding team. They put up some very hefty numbers lately.
Hopefully pretty pass that Larry Johnson completes it.
With the Knicks leaving that middle open, they get a lot of play around the basket offensively now.
Knicks on a 12-4 run. They lead by 6. And the shooting, Knicks perfect thus far. Also perfect from the line, 2 for 2. Real height advantages for the Warriors. 6 on the shot clock, including Jackson and Starks, and Jackson able to take advantage there.
Holy mackerel. I mean, he pounded into Starks. That love to discuss with an official, Mike. Yeah, I know you have a sensitivity in the area of officials. Couldn't that be an offensive foul?
Absolutely, if the player really forces it enough.
Boy, it looked like Jackson did.
Johnson and Weatherspoon, 8 on the shot clock the other way. Johnson makes his move, spins on the 8th and lays it in. Larry Johnson, 3 for 3 from the field, 6 points. Knicks are on a pace to score 202 points for the game. Weatherspoon against Larry Johnson. Marshall off the dribble. Oakley helping out on D. Dampier, nice tip out to Muggsy Bogues, and Bogues knocks it down. And the size hurting the Knicks. Dampier at 6'11". Starks finding Larry Johnson, the feed to Oakley. Banks it in from straight on.
So smart to use the backboard in that position. Not trying to be delicate with the shot.
Knicks 7 of 7 from the field. They have not missed yet as they lead by 6.
Allen Houston fronting Marshall, as you see down low. Oakley there to help out.
6 on the shot clock. Jackson again taking it to the hole. Tries to draw a foul. Won't get it. Rebound, Charlie Ward. Starks fakes the 3. Underneath, high off the glass. Got hit hard since falling to the ground. No calls. The Golden State Warriors coming the other way. Dampier to Marshall. 6-13 more from the field. He's got 10 points.
We highlighted him at the beginning of the game, how well he's been shooting the last 2. And he comes out on fire. He's got the jump shot working. On that second one you look at there, he had some time. And John Starks, no hesitation in his game.
Starks! Knicks with active hands here in the first quarter defensively. Rifle pass to Johnson, and he banks it in. There you see the assists and field goals ratio. Excellent ball movement. Finding the open man has been the story here in the first. That's reflective in their fine shooting percentage. Jackson, turnaround shot. That's too tough.
He's off to a much better start.
Houston coming across the screen. He hits the shot. Larry Johnson set a screen, and that's who Allen Houston just pointed to as he ran up the floor. Marshall underneath. An easy two for Daniel Marshall. Marshall not known as a great defender, but again, his height advantage will certainly help there as Houston has it deflected. Knicks turn it over for the first time. Bogues deflected by Ward. Houston trying to come the other way, gets a little fancy with a dribble. Now pulls up for the shot. Dampier the rebound. Weatherspoon the jumper. Ward gets another rebound. Nick guards helping out in all areas. Starks, Oakland hits the side of the backboard. Bogues quickly pushes it up the other way. Muggsy Bogues on a pull-up. Bogues 2 for 10.
Once again.
Charlie Ward. Cummings in for the first time, short on his jump hook. Wayne Farrell, the Dampier against Cummings. Knicks needing some size as Dampier and Marshall have taken advantage early. Nice spin move from Eric Dampier. He can't complete it. Ball deflected out. Charlie Ward comes up with it.
That was a dunk. That should have been a dunk for him after that nice move.
What a pass to Mills! Threading the needle once again, Charlie Ward. Dampier, little baseline jumper. 2-point Knick lead. Starks the feed to Cummings. Dampier doesn't go for the fake. Dampier, a good shot blocker, altered that shot. Oakley, the offensive rebound. The putback is good.
Oakley owned in the first half against Golden State in New York in their first meeting. And they're knocking it. They're 2 points away from that now in the first quarter.
Shot clock down to 6. Dampier, tough shot. Rebound deflected by several Knicks. Cummings comes away. And the Knicks will hold it for one final shot here to end the first quarter. That's your time remaining. Shot clock is turned off. Oakley setting a screen for Ward. Ward feet underneath to Cummings. Reverse layup. It's good. And a foul.
Find the space he wants.
33-26. Alley-oop to Allen Houston. Beautiful hookup on the shot clock. Deflected out of bounds by Houston. Still Warrior ball. Jackson with 5 on the shot clock against Allen Houston. That's a 2-pointer. Caffey, the offensive rebound again. Jason Caffey. Childs feeds to Johnson. Larry Johnson underneath. Johnson now 5 for 5 from the field. He's got 10 points.
Well, his hands on display again with that pickup of that basketball.
5-point lead for the Knicks. 4.5 gone by here in the second. Spencer. Knicks having problems.
Their big men are after. They've got to get in their way. They've got to block passing lanes up. They have to have active hands.
Houston, quick move to the goal. Greeted by Spencer. Shot won't go. Houston tips it out. Good second effort. As Larry Johnson gives it right back to him. Feed to Mills, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Marshall.
Yes, Larry Johnson getting the ball inside, getting a position and getting the ball on that play. Same thing here, and he's aggressively going to the basket. Wants to make up for that game against Utah.
On the inbounds, Mills, several head fakes. Caffey the rebound. A little showboating after it as well.
Yeah, he tapped the ball on the backboard as he came down.
Some people say, boy, Jason Caffey, the most unhappy guy in the world, goes from the world champion Bulls to the Warriors, but he's glad to be getting the playing time. He was complaining in Chicago about it. Ball stripped out of Jackson's hands. Delk with 6 on the shot clock. Fires up the jumper. Long rebound to Johnson. Herb Williams has come into the game for the Knicks. Childs, little shutter move and pull up. Delk goes high for the rebound. Just under 6.5 remaining in the... And a whistle away from Delk trying to draw the foul on the shot. Won't go. Herb Williams went up early for the rebound. Didn't get it. Gets the second time. Stripped by Delk from behind. Delk will set up the offense. Herb Williams really yelling at the official. That 3 is no good. He felt he was fouled. Marshall back out to Delk. Delk drives. Knocked away by Herb Williams.
Revenge.
Knicks have had as many deflections defensively as we've seen in a long time, maybe all season in terms of the first half. Excellent hands on defense. Allen Houston to drive.
Oh, he saw Spencer, the 7-footer, right.
Jackson comes off the screen and hits a shot. Jackson's got 12. He's the.
Larry Johnson's got the field to himself now.
He's called for travel. New Hollands have Starks, Childs, Johnson, lob pass down low to Jackson. Second effort won't go, third won't go. Rebound, Muggsy Bogues. And Bogues will set it up. Jim Jackson. Jackson, fall away. Tough shot. Mills the rebound.
The problem when you go to that one matchup, Warriors doing a good job. 13-3 on the offensive in the rebounding department. When you go to one man, it distorts the offense. You generally only get one shot, and that's what happened.
Herb Williams, little jump hook. Williams been getting some valuable minutes in the last couple of weeks. That is Dampier. And he's fouled as he went across the lane. Herb Williams and Spencer. Dampier does not look for a shot very often from outside. Jason Cappy the drive, stripped by Starks. Ball still loose, and it's going to be Warrior ball with 5 on the shot clock.
Warriors continue, and they feel that with their height, job at the offensive rebounding now of this team.
And the Warriors out of bounds, so the Knicks will take it. DJ Carlesimo bounds. Hugh Hollands right on top of it once again.
John Starks looking for that pick from Herb Williams. He gets it.
Gets the pass from Starks. Herb Williams is out. People forget Herb Williams. Childs the rebound. Beautiful feed to Larry Johnson. Chris Childs with a pretty assist, and the Knicks are up by 15.
Well, you can say pretty play by the Knicks, and you can say pretty up.
Muggsy Bogues, 4 on the shot clock. Tried to feed Jackson. Blocked by Herb Williams. Childs coming the other way, and they'll hold it for the final shot of the half. A very productive one for the Knicks. That's your time remaining in the second quarter. Shot clock is turned off.
Starks guarded by Muggsy.
Childs, 2 seconds. Johnson puts up a 3. It's good. Larry Johnson at the buzzer from downtown.
That was over last night. Big Country's looking pretty tough.
Allen Houston, little fake. Marshall went for it. Houston had himself a wide open jumper. 14 for Houston, 19-point lead for the Knicks, their largest of the game.
Johnson yelling out to Starks, and he's got help.
Ball deflected, Bogues able to pick it up. Double as Golden.
First you call a girl. Tell her that you're preparing a perfect candlelight dinner for her. I throw in some R&B. I can't cook, so order some food. Tell them to give me the works and put it on my Discover card. Splash on a little cologne. Throw on your apron. The Discover card cashback bonus is the icing on the cake. What else would she want to do but to watch highlights of us winning the World Series in 1996?
It pays to Discover to apply.
Now the Knicks had a 20-point lead. It's been cut to 12. Ward finding Larry Johnson underneath. Charlie Ward, another pretty pass. There you see Golden State starting to shoot the ball much better than the first half where they shot 35%. Shot clock at 3. Witherspoon sees that, makes his move, drives hard, and is fouled hard.
10 of 11.
Johnson against Witherspoon. Larry Johnson likes this matchup. Witherspoon a little shorter than him. The fall away, short. Bogues helps out of the rebound. Muggsy pushing it up. Drives underneath, kicks it back for Dampier. Dampier misfires. Bogues takes it away from Houston, but he can't get it. It's going to be Nick Ball.
He gave Patrick a little feel for the ball.
It's news. Patrick handled the ball. That's right. 63-49. Houston a 3. Dampier the rebound. It's a little bit of a dry spell. Oakley against Witherspoon. Oakley knocks it away.
It's Witherspoon, and he attacked him.
Jackson looking to attack Starks. Good defense from John Starks. Jackson still puts it in.
Excellent. Fine move.
Henry Jackson has 17 points. Hasn't shot all that well, 6 for 14. He is the focal point of this offense. Nick lead again is cut to 12. Oakley over Dampier. Nick's good ball movement here. Oakley the jumper. Charles Oakley knocks down another. Nick's back up on a half remaining in the fourth. Next several minutes key. Of course, Golden State's been trying to catch up all night long. Takes its toll on you. You only have so many runs. Delk again. Tony Delk firing away and connecting.
Meanwhile, Golden State still has one player in double figures, and that's Jackson with 17. The Knicks 4, their 5 starters are there.
Delk 3 for 3 in the fourth quarter. Allen Houston across the lane dumps it in. 75-59. Knicks lead by 16. Nearly 5 minutes gone by in the fourth.
Eric Dampier 2 for 10 in this game.
Delk blocked by Oakley, his third block of the game. And the Knicks come the other way. Cummings had a notion about a shot. Mills will put up the three and put it in. Chris Mills.
I can remember Don Nelson years ago expressing his love for Sean Bradley. Oh, a complete breakdown.
Cummings makes the drive underneath. Harry Cummings, a pretty move.
37-year-old guy just running, breezing by the second-year Dampier.
21-point lead for the Knicks, 4.5 remaining. Jackson, he got upset with Weatherspoon there. He thought Weatherspoon got in his way. Jackson takes another shot, puts it in. You know, it's a tough. And say, why am I hustling, doing everything, and this guy's taking all the shots? He really does tend to dominate the ball. Starks makes his move, flips it up there. Does not get the roll. Weatherspoon the rebound. Chris Mills just signaled to Jeff Van Gundy wanted someone to come in for him. Dampier on a nice feed from Matkins. And the Knicks are going to call timeout.
That was a gorgeous pass. The man on the 10
as well gets it back again. Left-handed banks it in. Knicks in control of this one from the first quarter on. As Larry Johnson and Muggsy Bogues, the good pals from their Charlotte days. Johnson with a game-high 23 points, 11 of 15 from the field. John Starks, a huge part of this. He had 10 points in the first 5 minutes of the game. Came out red hot. Knicks established a tone very early and get a much-needed victory on the road.